Say something original, would you? How many times have you said or heard the criticism, "That's so gay"? Well, let me tell you how hurtful that can be to gay teens and how casual, offhand language like that can be so desensitizing to so many people, and it's got a bigger impact. 86% of gay and lesbian middle and high school students say they have been harassed at school. 44% of them say the harassment got physical. So now big name celebrities like Hilary Duff are fighting back with a new ad campaign. Listen.
Do you like this top? So gay. Really? Yeah, it's totally gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, "Oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top"?
Oh, you are.
Those are cute jeans, though. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Joining me now to talk about the campaign, actress Hilary Duff in Los Angeles, and from Denver, Lynette Schweimler. She's a lesbian teenager who has actually been physically assaulted because she's gay, and she's had to deal with comments like that. I welcome you both. Thank you so much. Hilary, you know, the PSAs are so creative. They make you laugh, but boy, you know, there's a serious message. Why did you get involved?
I mean, I think it's so important. We are just not kind enough to each other, you know, and there's no reason why kids should go to school and it not be a safe place for them, or they should, you know, not be accepted.
Have you heard, I mean, even in your daily life, have you been guilty of saying that? Have you heard other people say it? I mean, or was it the campaign that sort of really brought it to your attention?
It was, yeah. I mean, I have plenty of gay friends that I love to death and would never want to do or say anything to hurt their feelings, but you know, I think it's a term that we've just kind of gotten used to saying, and you know, maybe not even with the intent of hurting someone's feelings, but it's important to just be more conscientious of what you say and know that it could really be hurting someone.
Lynette, how many times do you hear this? How many times has it been said in front of you, and how does that impact you as a young gay woman?
Usually you hear it about every day. I can probably hear it several times a day. Anywhere from the classroom, outside of the classroom, in the hallways.
And you've been attacked. Tell me what's happened to you.
I was working last summer at Wendy's down here in Colorado, and I walked to the gas station during work, and I was followed back by two men and was physically assaulted, and they used a lot of derogatory language towards me.
Well, it's not just Hilary Duff that's joining this force and trying to help make an impact here, Lynette, but also Wanda Sykes, the hysterical comedian. She also cut a PSA. Let's take a listen to hers, too.
Check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, "Man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache." Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Gotta love it. Just saying. So, Lynette, do you think these PSAs will work? I mean, is this a great move in the right direction?
I definitely do think they're going to work. I think it really puts things into perspective. I don't think people stop and think about what they're really saying. And I think it's just kind of like an eye-opening thing, just making people realize, hey, what you're saying is hurting people.
Hilary, when you actually made these PSAs, I mean, obviously you're doing these with other teens, and I loved seeing the diversity as well. Did all of you end up getting into conversations about this? I can just imagine the back hall was pretty interesting.
It was, you know, on set especially, of course the PSA says, you know, we're trying to get people to stop using that term, "that's so gay." But also it's one thing that we were talking about, the girls and I on the set, was it's any derogatory slur, you know, not necessarily just for gay and lesbian and transgender, bisexual people. It's when people say you're too fat or you're too skinny or you're too tall, you're too short, it's all very hurtful, and it needs to stop.
Yeah, overall message, it's much bigger.
Yeah.
Hilary Duff, Lynette Schweimler, thanks so much for just sharing your stories, the PSAs. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You bet.